It's a harsh truth, but it's all based on your energetics, your vibration, what you believe, and your belief in worthiness. And the new level, new devil exists because you will have worked something through something in the past, and then all of a sudden it comes back up again. And you're like, oh my gosh, here it is. Because each new level brings you to a place of discomfort. And when you are in discomfort, your brain will naturally go back to what is the most comfortable for you. Every single time. That's what happens. What is the most comfortable for you? That's what your brain's going to resort to. So that new level, the new devil comes out, or maybe it comes in like a different form, like an Animorphs. You remember those books, the Animorphs books? Like it just becomes a bigger form. Or, maybe it's a Goosebumps thriller and that little devil that you worked through came back in a new creature in 20 times the size. When we get into this space, when good things are happening, one of the best things for you to tell yourself is, I am worthy and loved and good for having this. I am worthy and loved and good for having, I can have this. I can have this and be safe. I think that's a big one. Sometimes not sometimes, we do. We live in a society in which people like to tell you that if good things are happening for you, that you're a problem. Or if your life is going well, you're a problem. Or if you aren't projecting your struggles on people, you're a problem. And I'm telling you, hi, welcome to Say More Words, a podcast that was created to emphasize the human experience through stories. I hope that you come here to learn, to expand, and most importantly, learn how to say more words. Speak your story, speak your truth, boo-boo. We're so happy you're here. Welcome back to Say More Words. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Tamika Taylor. I'm super excited that you're here. Song of the day is Hard Fought Hallelujah by Jelly Roll. I recently saw Jelly Roll and Post Malone in concert. If you have not done that yet, I highly suggest it. It was one of the best concerts I've ever been to. And when he sang that song, I sobbed like a baby. Like I just boo-hooed an ungodly amount. So I'm not like in a sad mood right now, but it's such a great song. So blare it, sing it, love it. Okay. So today we're talking about discomfort. And it's not part of the for when you're feeling series, but it's an interesting thing that came up for me, and I wanted to bring it to your light. So this interesting thing happens when we are working on ourselves. We will work on our worth, we'll work on our experiences, we will work on what we are capable of, we will do the hard work, and we will do the affirmations and the manifestations and all of the things. And then all of a sudden, things start happening. You get the raise, you get the spouse, you get the friend, you get the client, you get the this, you get the that, you get all of these things. Okay, right? So you've probably been there where you're like, this is exactly what I wanted. Holy cow, I made it happen. And then this weird thing happens. And you can tell, let me know in the comments on Spotify or even in Apple Podcasts. YouTube comments, let me know. Have you ever had it happen where you get the thing and then you're like, holy cow, what do I do now? How did I do this? How did I make this happen? Is this real? You get into this place of doubt that you and all of your magic and all of your badassery and all of who you are, you made this happen. And it's here and you can feel it, but you don't trust it. Or you don't believe it. I find that people who are used to chaos, who are used to things going wrong, who are used to having a really good thing being followed up by 10 bad things, when you're in that space, the good thing happens and you know that you made it, you worked really hard, you believed in it, you focused, you did all of the hard work, you made it happen, and now you don't believe it at all. Or you're waiting. You're waiting for the old version of you to show up because one good thing equals 10 bad things. And you get stuck in this place in your head where you can't actually conceptualize or even enjoy what's happening in front of you because you're panicking because you're can this even be real? Is this real life? I see this. so many times with my clients. They can and have created big, beautiful, wonderful things out of nothing. And then all of a sudden, it could be months later, years later, and they do it again and they're like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Mm-mm. This isn't real. This isn't real life. Something's going to happen. It's going to get taken away from me. I see this oftentimes with money too. Like you manifest a big chunk of money and then you just automatically assume that it's going to get taken away from you. Something's going to come up. Your car's going to break down. This is going to happen, blah, blah, blah. Like we have these thoughts. So it doesn't even matter how healed you are. It does not matter where in the journey you have been. Okay. Doesn't even matter because you will still stop yourself when bigger things happen. It's that new level, new devil. Y'all have heard me talk about it if you've listened to any episode of the podcast except for this. New level, new devil. It starts to show up. And so I really want to talk to you today about what it looks like and how you get yourself out of that space. Because here is the deal. You are a wonderful, magical being filled with prosperity and abundance, and all good things are meant for you. And if you do not have those good things, you are stopping it. It's a harsh truth, but it's all based on your energetics, your vibration, what you believe, and your belief in worthiness. And the new level, new devil exists because you will have worked something through something in the past, and then all of a sudden it comes back up again. And you're like, oh my gosh, here it is. Because each new level brings you to a place of discomfort. And when you are in discomfort, your brain will naturally go back to what is the most comfortable for you. Every single time. That's what happens. What is the most comfortable for you? That's what your brain's going to resort to. So that new level, the new devil comes out, or maybe it comes in like a different form, like an Animorphs. You remember those books, the Animorphs books? Like it just becomes a bigger form. Or, maybe it's a Goosebumps thriller and that little devil that you worked through came back in a new creature in 20 times the size. When we get into this space, when good things are happening, one of the best things for you to tell yourself is, I am worthy and loved and good for having this. I am worthy and loved and good for having, I can have this. I can have this and be safe. I think that's a big one. Sometimes not sometimes, we do. We live in a society in which people like to tell you that if good things are happening for you, that you're a problem. Or if your life is going well, you're a problem. Or if you aren't projecting your struggles on people, you're a problem. And I'm telling you, it is safe to accept. It is safe to get. It is safe to have big, wild dreams and watch those dreams come true. Oftentimes, too, it's safety, but also we don't believe we deserve it. If you are sitting here listening to this and you're like, yeah, I can get the thing and I don't deserve this, I want you to sit down and I want you to think about whose voice is that? Because it's not yours. You did not pop into this world thinking that you were the worst human being on the planet. You did not pop into this world thinking that you were awful. Have you ever watched little kids? There is not a concept in their brain that they are awful. That is a concept that is taught to us. Our non-deservingness is taught to us. So if you earn something, or you earn something, you work for something, you believed in something and it showed up, and this thing is so wonderful and beautiful and changes your life, and you get to a place of, I don't deserve this, whose voice is it? Whose voice is it? It's important to sit in that space, and it's uncomfortable to sit and think okay, where did I learn that I was unworthy of being happy, that I was unworthy of having good things, that I was unworthy of being seen? Where did I learn that? Whose voice is it? And sit with it. Whose voice is it? Whose voice is it? Whose voice is it? Because it's very important for you to realize that whose voice it is, because you can't eliminate it until you do. You can't rewire the truth. You can't give yourself that belief until you find it. You find out who it is. And that new level, new devil, sometimes that person's voice gets a little bit louder as you excel, and a little bit louder, and a little bit louder, and a little bit louder. I recently, let's kind of digress, but not. I talk a lot about how if you manifest, when you talk out loud, when you write things out, when you speak to another being about your dreams and your goals, you're putting it out. into the ethers or the universe or to God, whatever it is that you believe in. You can believe in none of those things, and that's totally fine. But that's what I believe in. I'm not here to change your belief, but that's what I believe in. So just so you know, for the story. And I say that I could tell people. I preach it from the stage. It's in a book that I've written. Like, I talk about it a lot. And yet still somehow I forget that that's a thing. And very recently, in the most recent past like 6 months, I've started telling people, well, like this is going to be the year this big audacious dream comes true. And for legal reasons, I can't tell you what that big audacious dream is yet. But I've been telling people, oh, eventually it'll happen. Eventually it'll show up. Eventually this, eventually that. Here we go. Well, it showed up. It showed up. And oftentimes what's funny too is that we will dream and wish for things and it'll show up when we're unprepared. Because if you say that someday it's going to show up, that someday you don't get to pick. You don't get to pick. You don't get to have guidance in it. It just shows up. And so this big audacious dream that I have showed up. And I found out yesterday that I was chosen for this big audacious dream. And I will tell you that it altered my nervous system. I was so excited and also very confused. I was so excited and also in disbelief. And it wasn't until the end of the day, everybody around me was freaking out, right? Like everybody around me was like, woo. And like, my friend Amanda was like, you're the only person who didn't believe that it was going to work out. And I'm like, I guess so. She's like, everybody, like all of the people I can tell, were losing their minds, losing it. They're like, yes, let's go. This is awesome. And I'm like, yeah, this is cool. And I literally felt, this is what it felt like for me. I was so excited and then so drained of energy because my brain was having a hard time. So it's a new level for me. And the devil came in and I couldn't, for the life of me. Now, this is because we can't read the label from inside the box, friends. So like, I can't coach myself. I can't give myself therapy. Okay, so keep that in mind. I could not for the life of me figure out why my entire system was shutting down. I was excited, but I would start crying. And like tears of joy, but also tears of confusion. And it wasn't until the end of the day, one of my friends texted me and she's like, no one deserves this more than you. And then I boo-hooed and then promptly fell asleep. Because I didn't even realize that what I was struggling with was a level of deservedness. I know in my heart of hearts that I am capable of performing this contract and showing up and being the very best for this company. I know that I am. But it is leagues ahead of anything that I've ever pitched. It is more public than anything I have ever pitched. And my nervous system, when they said yes, my nervous system was like, but what do you mean? What do you mean? I know, in my heart of hearts, I know. You could tell me right now, in my scrubs that I am wearing today at my office, that I needed to be on a public stage in 5 minutes and I'd have to talk about XYZ. I could do it all day. And I'd blow them out of the water and I'd get off the stage. And I know that because I have proof and I have lots of proof from post me being on stage. It's not a bragging thing. There's a lot of proof behind it. I am good at what I do. But my nervous system couldn't handle it. That deservedness showed up in the sense of I was unexpecting it to show up this fast, the thing that I wanted, the contract that I wanted, and I didn't expect a yes so fast. So deservedness showed up. And then I had to be like, okay. And it wasn't until my friend said that comment that I was like, oh, that's why my nervous system is shutting down. That's why I'm so exhausted, because my brain is trying to conceptualize that, yes, I am capable and worthy of this, but also, do I deserve it? Because deservedness was a huge thing inside of my household because I was raised to perform in order to be loved. So there's a lot of deservedness that comes with that. And so my nervous system, my brain went into safety mode of like, your brain's job is to keep you safe. And so the deservedness is one of those things that made me feel like bring me back down to reality. That's a big thing that people like to say. Let me bring you back down to reality. Please don't. Please don't. I do live in reality. I do know what the world looks like, but I also know that there's magic in believing in bigger. And so I say all of this because when, even as somebody who does this work for a living, and I help coach people through this work, and I talk on the stage through this work, when something very big happened to me, it's still like my brain still went into that survival mode of, let me bring you back to reality. Let me give you space to like think and be and show you what it is actually like. Here are all the things, here are all the limiting beliefs, here are all the things you need to be aware of in order to keep you safe. And so the work that I got to do this morning was like, I got to rewire the voices of my parents and of teachers and of friends that I've had and people of my past who said things because they didn't quite understand the vision that I had. So they said it from their own limiting beliefs because they couldn't do it. We forget a lot of the voices inside of our head exist because those people could not do it, but also they weren't called to do it. We're not all called to do the same things. So sometimes your dreams, your aspirations, your next level is very confusing for the people in your life. And you continue to use their voices as a guiding light. And I'm telling you, friends, that's got to stop today. We can't do that. So know that if good things are happening for you, it's on purpose, and that more good things bring more good things. Bad things happen in threes, but good things happen by the thousands. And just because something good is happening for you does not mean that something bad has to happen too. So as you're going through your day, as you are moving forward and you're looking at different things and you're looking to expand and good things are happening, just know they can bring more of their friends with them. You are deserving, you are worthy, you are an abundant and prosperous creature who is created for good things in this world. And so you can continue to keep capturing those things and keep bringing them in. Keep searching for them. Keep loving them. And when a hard time happens, don't unpack there, okay? Don't live there. Just figure out where it's coming from and then move forward. So one of the things I'm doing today is rewiring my brain for this new level that I'm going into, that I am deserving of this new level, this new experience, and rewiring those voices back out of my brain of the people who said that I was undeserving of a very beautiful life. Simple work, hard work, but simple. So I am going to drop a couple of links in the show notes if you are interested in learning a little bit more about how to rewire your brain into these different things. I have got a new book coming out. Stay tuned. We're going to be launching that shortly. And if you loved this episode, please like, download, and subscribe to our podcast wherever you are listening to it, whether it be YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It helps us spread the message. It helps us reach more people. I know that you love it. You love this space, and you never know who in your life it's going to change. So share the wealth, share the love. I'm so excited that you're here. We have some really, really cool, fun things coming up in the podcasting world here for the next 6 months. And so I'm just really excited to share them with you. We've got some brand deals, we've got some partners, and it's going to be so, so fun. So thank you for being here. You are worthy of a beautiful and wonderful life. And I hope you have a great day.